Chasing that feeling, chasing that feeling, chasing that feeling. It's all I know, it's all I know.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video will be very different from the rest, and I will present to you a new series that will be called as the Reimagining FKPOP Girl Groups series. For this series, I have put up a set of rules that I should follow to keep a consistent flow of content. First is that I should at least make a rough storyline for the group. This includes worldview, lore, and other stuff. Secondly, I am not allowed to use songs from their past discography. And lastly, since this is a series, I'm not allowed to reuse songs that were used in previous episodes, which I think will be a challenge for future me to handle. I actually made a randomizer for the girl groups that I stan, and fate has landed on PRIMROSE, a legendary 9-member group who debuted with La Vie en Rose. PRIMROSE is a group who have made waves on releasing title tracks with elegant concepts, reminiscent to Is One. PRIMROSE have 9 members, and I can assure you that this robot voice will probably butcher at least half of their names. The members are Miyoung, Yoonyoung, Soin, Yoonjung, Xian, Veronica, Solyun, Yewon, Sihan. The IRL K-pop idols used for their face claims are Chongyun from Twice, Chaewon from LE SSERAFIM and former Is One, Mia from Everglow, Chu who is a soloist and former Luna, Neko who is a former Is One member, Sakura from LE SSERAFIM and also a former Is One member, Yuna from Girls' Generation, Yuna from ITZY, and Chui from Twice. Let's move on to their debut album. As stated before, they debuted with La Vie en Rose, marking their name on the elegant concept. Not until So What an OO happened. Some people didn't like the Error album, but honestly, I enjoyed it. Am I just justifying my noise music enthusiasm? Anyways, my reimagination of their debut album will have 7 songs. 2 pre-releases, a title track, and 4 B-sides. The album name will be called Primal Bloom. Hear me out. Prime plus Rose equals Primrose. Prime represents the dark concept and Rose represents the elegant concept. Together they create something called Rogue Elegance, where they emit power, intensity, and class at the same time, if that makes sense. Onto the album, Primal Bloom. The first pre-release will be Born to Be by ITZY. The song perfectly encapsulates the prime concept I've been looking for.
Let's turn it up now. Born to be, born to be, born to be,
Also the title reflects the Bloom concept, which will be the next song that is going to be run for Roses by NMIX. It's literally in the title. Next up is the title track. I've has done numerous elegant concepts but one song stood out from the crowd and that song is Baddie. Baddie was picked because it appears, and I quote, pays homage to the concept change of Primrose. Everything is elegant only if I've does it themselves, once again, if that makes sense.
I'm a baddie, 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 pretty little risky baddie, 뭐든 절대로 되라지, catch me if you can.
Moving on to our B-sides. The first B-side will be Attitude by Fromis9. I picked it because it has class, it has sass, and an elegant feel to it despite being a darker song. Next is Backwards by Weekly. Now, both Attitude and Backwards have a similar vibe. Elegant songs raised in dark concepts. What's there to lose when you have these 2 godly B-sides on the same platter?
You gotta move backwards. Tryna leave but I feel like I'm here 멀어질수록 끌려.
Next is Blue Blood by IVE. Blue Blood was mentioned not shortly after the beginning of the verse in Baddie, so why not add it? Blue Blood stands out amongst the album for me since it has one of the most unique sounding instrumentals for me. The last track is Going to Goddess Level by Got the Beat. No explanations needed. I actually considered doing Alter Ego instead of this song, but I thought we needed a bit more spice, so there you go.
I'm fully activated.
Every song in this album radiates and features dynamic vocals and catchy melodies, creating an atmospheric and energetic vibe perfect for roses blooming with thorns as sharp as blades. A perfect formula for a primal bloom. For the last part of this video, I will be giving Primrose a rough storyline. It's going to be just simple lore that I hope everybody can understand. As I discussed before, Primrose will have two concepts which are prime and rose. This is where their lore unfolds. Primrose plays two roles in their storyline, the heroines and the villains. In this first album, they are introduced as the villains, hence the title track being named as Baddie. What type of villains are they? Well, let's take a look at the structure of a rose. The prime version of Primrose represents the thorns of a rose, and the rose version of Primrose represents the petals. That's why they will have a light and dark kind of concept. Primrose represents both princesses and witches, reminiscent to fairy tales. Throughout their lore, they will experience conflicts and revelations that are relevant to the storyline. But as of now, we have only seen the villain side of Primrose, and it's only up to all of your imagination what happens next. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned to the series and comment down on how would you reimagine Primrose, and tell me your insights about this upcoming series. Once again, thank you, and goodbye.